नमस्कार दोस्तों मैं नमस्कार good morning. This is Sri Harsha from Crazy Money with Sri, and today is 24th of February, and let's get started with today's session now. How the market is going to behave. Before that, if you're still not a part of my YouTube channel, go ahead, like this video, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon so that you will get all the latest notifications. So let's get started. What exactly happened yesterday? Yesterday we had huge volatility. What I said is we should be able to hold yesterday's low and we should move towards 14,750 to 800, and we need to hold on that. Yesterday, though we made an attempt to test 14,800, 850, we couldn't stay above that. But overall, if you see, the sell-off has actually almost come to an end, which we can see because a lot of stocks, the advanced declines was clearly in favor of the bulls, and even the auction data is clearly in favor of the bulls. The only data which is not in favor is the FI and DI both have good sell figures in the last 2 days. That's the only thing which is not in our favor. But we need to see how it is going to continue for the coming days, in the next 2 3 days, how it is going to come. Because right now, the stimulus package, whatever has been proposed, it's coming to vote, and by the end of this week, they're planning to actually get this in action. So I would expect the market to be more on the positive side, especially when it comes to such a good news which is going to come. So it will be more likely to be on the positive side. I am not expecting any major setback to happen until unless we break day before yesterday's low. Until unless that is not broken, I feel everything is squarely okay. And there are many more news right now. Today we have another important event, which is there's a webinar which our uh, Prime Minister Modi is doing with the Finance Minister, and they are talking about the PSU privatization. So a lot of actually action we may see in the PSU and the PSU banking sectors. So we may see that. And apart from that, the Fed chairman yesterday, Powell, made it very clear that they are not going to hike the rates as of now. They feel that the economy needs more time for actually to recover, and the bond buying program is going to continue. That means there's a lot of money which is going to come in. There's cheap money which is there, and that actually will get invested in the stock market. That's what is happening currently. There's a huge amount of liquidity which is happening in the market. Next is actually there's another news about the Reliance. Reliance actually will be demerging itself, so it will actually make our oil to chemical will become a subsidiary, and retail may become a subsidiary, and even our digital space could be a subsidiary. So they may actually demerge into multiple companies. As of now, they have talked mainly about the oil to chemical, which is mainly their because they want to get more and more investors on board. So this is good for the company, and the market has actually liked the whole concept, and probably there's a lot more to a lot more action to happen in the coming days for Reliance. So Reliance is going to support that. You see it's actually in one range. Once it is going to break this 2100 range and start moving higher, I think Reliance actually is going to take the markets to altogether new highs also. So let's look at what are the stocks and what are the prices and what are the ranges for today. So for today, what I see is 14,750 to 14,800. I see that as a support, and resistance I am seeing between 14,850 to 900. Once we are able to break this and hold that, I think we should be able to move towards the 15,000 levels. So we may start the day somewhere around 14,800, 850 levels. That's what the futures are showing right now. I'll just show you in some time. So we may start the day with a positive note, and if we can continue that, yesterday we had a lot of volatility, we did not continue. As long as we are able to go above 14,850 and hold that and close above that, I think the confirmation for this downtrend to end, the short-term downtrend, whatever was there, is going to happen after that. And if I have to look at the bank nifty, 15,000, 35,300 to 35,500, this will be our support zone. We need to actually start trading above this, and we need to break this 35,800, 36,000, and we need to close above that. Then we can see some big action coming in, even in the banking sector. I think today banking sector will be the focus because and PSU banking may be the focus area, and they may lead the rally as I can see. So let's look at what exactly has happened in the global market scenario and how this is affected. If you see yesterday, we could see flattish closing for Dow Jones and S&P, but both of them were almost 1% down. Nasdaq is showing 0.5% down, but it had come down. Intraday low was almost around 4% down, and even the small cap index was almost 2.5% down. It has actually recovered. So what actually we can see is there's a big recovery which has happened at the lower levels. So the confirmation is today's closing, which is going to probably be on the positive side. And the VIX had actually cooled off because VIX had moved up too much, almost 15% VIX had moved up, and from there it has come to minus 1.45. That means the fear factor which was there, which actually initiated this panic selling, that has actually come back to normal. That's what we can see here. And if you have to look at the European markets, only DAX is actually 0.5% down, but others are actually okay, and they're doing pretty well. So overall, if you see US Europe markets, it may not make any big impact as of now. It's quite flattish, and if you see yesterday, in the second half, they were actually much lower than this. So it's actually a recovery from there. And as I can tell, as I was telling you, we may start the day somewhere around 14,750 or 80, so 14,800 onwards. We may start the day with at the higher side, and as long we can keep that and we actually go above 14,850 and start trading above that, I think and we need to close above that. That is going to confirm that this negative factor, whatever was there, is almost over. And if we look at the gold is having a little struggle at this point of time, but let's see how things are going to go. As of now, we look more on the sideways zone, but if this sideways zone is going to break down, there could be a big negative side which is going to happen in the gold. Otherwise, as of now, I don't see any big movements happening either on the upside or on the downside. But if we are breaking in the Indian market scenario, if we break 46,000 levels, I think there could be a big sell-off which could happen in gold. Until unless that is not going to happen, I don't see any major movement. It will be only on the sideways zone. And if you look at the crude oil actually is struggling a bit at the higher level. So we need to wait and watch this. Are we coming to making a top is something which we have to see. If we are going to make a top in the coming days, then we can see some good amount of correction coming in. But as of now, it is still not actually giving any kind of a confirmation. Every time we see that it is going to come down, it is actually again bouncing back. So as of now, no trade, because at this place it's better to short, but every time we short, it is actually hitting the stop loss. So it's better we wait and watch, and once things are actually stabilized, I think it makes more sense. And I was talking to you about USD INR. After the Powell statement, it has actually come down quite a lot. That means rupee has strengthened further. What is happening is more and more money is actually going across the world, and uh, dollar is actually coming down a little bit because the money is going out of the country. But overall, that is good for India, as we can see. And Bitcoin, I told you very clearly, 47,000 is a very important level, and as long as we can hold that, then we may again see a bounce. So you could see that yesterday we actually went down, and I think what was the low we made yesterday? Yeah, 45,000. So after it started going above 47,000, we have actually again gone into the buy zone right now. So right now it could be in the buy zone, and see, as I said, 47,000 on the lower end, and right now maybe 45,000 on the higher level, 45, 40, sorry, 55 to 58,000. This could actually act as a resistance. We may move in this range for some time until unless we can see some substantial movement, whether it is on the upside or the downside. Probably it will be more on the upside only, because it's highly bullish and it may actually continue its upside, but it may be in this range which I said, between 45 to 55, 58. This could be the range in which we may continue to be there for quite some time. Guys, if you are liking the information which I'm sharing with you, please go ahead and like this video, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, and this weekend make yourself free, because there's a very interesting event which is happening, which is called Millionaire uh, Summit, where millionaires are born. Here is a place where you will be uh, filled with a lot of information from more than five experts from various fields, who will be actually talking on specifically on changing your mindset, and how actually you can attract wealth, happiness, on almost every other aspect. I'll be one of the speaker there, and I'll be talking on how you can make fortune with the current market which is happening. And even if you don't have to be there in front of the system, how as an investor also you can make money, I'll be talking on that. So make yourself free. This program is going to cost just 199 rupees for the whole thing, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The details will be shared in the Telegram. If you are still not a part of my Telegram channel, it's Crazy Money with Sri Telegram channel. I'll be sharing the details. I'll be making a video also and sharing it very soon. So go ahead and subscribe to this channel, so that you will get the notification and be a part of my Telegram channel. Thank you very much. See you.